Hey everybody, it's Mr. Son here. I hope you're all doing great and having a good start to your holiday season. So many of you have told me that you are getting a 3D printer for the holidays, which is so cool. And like I told a lot of you and your families, I'm going to be making a couple videos here kind of going over how to use a 3D printer, how to get the files downloaded to your 3D printer and uploaded, and just kind of some various miscellaneous things about loading the filament, some safety, and all those sorts of things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this series. So to start the first video off, anytime your families ask me what printer I would recommend, I always pointed them towards the Bambu Series, specifically the A1 and the A1 Mini. And like a lot of you know, those are the printers that I have. I have 3 Bambu line printers. I also have a 4th one that's not Bambu. It's my bigger one, and I know some of you guys know all about that. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to be using the Bambu printers because I know that's probably what all of you got for the holidays. But if you got a different branded one, all of these concepts still apply. So you can still transfer that to the one that you got. So with Bambu, I'm gonna kind of go back and forth between just the regular A1 and then the A1 Mini. I know some of you got the A1 with the combo, without the combo. Some of you guys got the A1 Mini with the combo and without the combo. So the printers that I have 2 A1s that are regular that both have the AMS combo. And then my third printer is the Mini with no combo. So I'll be able to kind of show you both of those about how to load the filament and things like that. So pretty much all 3 of my printers, I do have a few modifications done to them, and I'll also show you that in just one second. But I have here just the regular A1, another A1, and then I have the A1 Mini. Again, this one has no combo. These ones do. Now, I'll go ahead and start there where this is the AMS. And you actually have the ability to mount it to the top. You don't have to do that, and that's not the way they have it when it comes out of the box. The only reason I did that is so it would save some of my table space so I could have my other one next to it. That's one of the joys of 3D printing is anytime you want to make an upgrade or you need to fix something, replace something, 9 times out of 10 you can literally just print the fix or print the upgrade. And that's exactly what I did here. And what I did over here, because this one is set up vertical. And then back here on the A1 Mini, I actually have the spool mounted to the wall with a printed spool here that holds the filament roll because originally it is back behind it. And for a lot of people that would be fine, but for me, it's kind of hard for me to reach back there and reach in and load it. So I just moved it over here to where it's more accessible for me. So I'm sure for a lot of you that are brand new to this hobby, you see these 2 printers and you see all these tubes and all these wires running everywhere, and it may look a little overwhelming, and that's completely understandable. But all these tubes here go to the AMS system, and that is a part of the combo. Now, with the combo, that is how you can print models in multiple colors at once. So for example, I got Ferb going here for a student, and it's already done the black, and now it's doing the purple, and right now it's currently flushing out the old color, and it's loading in one of the new colors at the top here. Now, in the AMS, I have 4 of Ferb's main colors. I have the purple, white, and then I got like a peachish orangish for his skin, and then just a black for the outline. And that's exactly what I have over here for a print I was doing earlier for another student. And with the AMS, you can make various sorts of signs and logos. These are going to be for the holidays as well. I just have Starbucks and Chili's here, and that was both done with the AMS system, and that is the only way to do signs like this. Now, some benefits of having the combo is you don't have to load up a roll every time you want to use it. Like, for example, if I have yellow loaded here, but I don't want to print something in yellow right now, but maybe I know in the future I do, it'll automatically be ready to go when I'm ready to use it. But the main purpose of the combo is to print a single model in multiple colors like this, and like this, and like all of these. But as you can see here, This is one of the action figures that a lot of students like. And this was printed in one single color on the AMS, and that's completely fine. And this one also has no AMS. It's just one single roll. It can only print in one color, but it still gets the job done. Okay, now that we've gone into the specifics about the difference of an A1 and an A1 Mini, as well as having the AMS combo and without having the AMS combo, I'm now going to go into some of the specifics of the physical parts of a 3D printer. Now, this can be applied to any 3D printer. Most of them all follow the same set of parts, so I'm going to show you those now. All right, so the main parts of a 3D printer. First thing is the plate is referred to as the print bed. Now, the print bed is the surface where the 3D model is printed, and it does heat up. And it can range from 45 to 65 degrees Celsius. So it gets pretty warm, and that is so the filament softens and is able to stick to it. Now, it can be any sort of color. It can be a blue, or it can be this gold. Now, the gold is what comes with it, and it does a great job. So that is the print bed. Now, this part right here is referred to as the extruder. Now, the extruder pretty much is made up of two parts. You have the nozzle, which is this part, and then inside this white housing here are two gears. And those two gears is what pushes the filament down so it comes out of the nozzle. Now, the nozzle gets extremely hot. It gets up to about 220 degrees Celsius, and that is so it is able to melt the filament, and when the filament comes out of the nozzle, it hardens into the part that you are printing. Now, all 3D printers have some sort of digital display. Now, on the digital display, it pretty much is the control panel for your printer. Now, what's so nice about a lot of the modern day printers is they work pretty much right out of the box. You don't need to modify any sort of settings. And even from someone that's been in the hobby for over 5 years, most of the settings I use that is just completely stock, and I don't need to worry about changing a thing. But just so you can see on the digital display, the main things you need to know, we have a stop button, a play button, and then the two temperatures, and then some of the speeds at how fast it'll print. All right, and then the last and final part I'm going to show you for now is the material that you use to print with. Now, stuff is very important. This is referred to as the filament. Now, there's all different sorts of filaments that you can buy, meaning there's a bunch of different colors and a bunch of different types. Now, the type of filament I always recommend is PLA. And the reason for that is it's just the easiest material to use. It prints the easiest, it's easiest to work with, it doesn't smell, it doesn't warp. I've printed over 1,000 rolls of PLA filament, and it is without a doubt my favorite. So there is no need to really master every single thing right now. That kind of just comes with time. All right, so with that, I'm now going to show you how you can load your filament. All right, so I'm going to be doing this on a A1 Mini that has no AMS, because I have a feeling a lot of you are going to be getting the printer models without the AMS combo, but if you do, the same way is applied. But for now, I'm going to show you how you can load filament into your printer. So the first thing you need to do is on the touch screen down here, you turn it on. There's an on and off switch. You turn it on. Then the bottom left, there is a filament icon. So you go ahead and click that, and then right there, there is a button that says load. So you just go ahead and click that. Now again, this is part of what I was just telling you about how everything is kind of just done for you. So what it's going to do is it needs to heat the nozzle up. And the reason for that is so when you load the filament up, it'll start to purge out a little bit so it can get completely loaded all the way through. And it'll start to come out a little bit. That way you can confirm that it actually is loaded. All right, so that pretty much covers this first video where we talked about all the physical parts of a 3D printer. I hope this was some help to some of you, especially if this is your very first time 3D printing something or your very first time with a 3D printer. In the next video, I'm going to take you over to the computer so I can show you the software about how you can actually use this thing and send 3D print files to your printer. It's done all wirelessly, and that is how you actually start a print. And we'll start one together. I'll show you, like I said, I'll show you the program and everything like that. But for now, this will conclude our video. If you have absolutely any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I love helping and talking about this stuff. Please don't hesitate. This was great talking with all of you. Hope you have a great rest of your day and holiday season. See you in the next one.